Alrighty, WoW Classic Paladin Gold Farming Uldaman. Let's go. Alrighty everybody, I hope you're all doing okay. So today's video, as you can see, is Uldaman. And guys, before we get into it, just like always, if you've not seen the last video in the series where I take on Zul'Farrak, then you can find that in a card in the upper right hand portion of the screen right now. So of course, if you like the look of that video, then go check it out. So anyways, back to Uldaman. As you can see, before we begin, we're starting off with 427 gold, and we've mostly got empty bags, excluding a couple of grey items for the vendor. Keep in mind that all of those greys and enchanting mats in my bags are just from 3 runs in total. So anyway, for buffs, we've got Divine Favour, Elixir of the Sages, Blessing of Wisdom, and Retribution Aura. As for gear and talents, I'm not going to show them this particular run, as a particular comment from one of our subscribers has said, perhaps make a spec/gear video and link it rather than show it each time. I find myself skipping the first 2 minutes of each video. And of course, thank you for that comment. See guys, to be honest, I actually agree with this. Because, like I do, I show in every single video, all of my gear and talent. So I think for now, since it's still the same as every other video, I'll leave it out, and later on down the road, I can redo another gear and talents video. But if you are curious to know what gear and talents that I'm using, then I did do a specific video on that topic a while ago, and you can find it in the description of this video, or there will be a card in the upper right hand portion of the screen right now. Okay. So let's begin the run, shall we? I'm recording this commentary separately from the video that you're seeing. That's because this time around, I've decided to read off of a script giving you guys all of the information regarding this place. And maybe a little later on in the video, if there's still time, then I'll do a freestyle commentary that I used to seeing in my other videos. See, I think doing the videos this way around might just reduce the overall video time. So typically this run is anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes long, depending on how fast you do it. You can skip near enough every single mob in here, which you'll see just how in a second. In each run, because we're only killing specific bosses, you'll expect around 50 silver per run, which I know isn't great, but it all adds up as we reach our hourly mark. If you do accidentally aggro some mobs, that's no worries, as you'll get some grey items along the way that can help add up to your overall gold value. And not only that, they're very easy to kill anyway, so it's no worries. Just like our Razor Fen Downs part 2 video, we're killing the bosses for the blue items to disenchant, and you can expect to get a mix between 2 of the small radiant shards and some of the green enchanting mats from the bosses. If we did other bosses, not only is it less time effective, but not only that, it's less overall gold, as the items there drop a higher in level. So when you do disenchant them, they're actually the large radiant shards, and they're not as valuable as the lesser ones. So like I say, it's better to just do these 2 bosses that I'm showing you now. Of course, like always, you'll come across some BOE blues if you're lucky in here. Okay, so once we get to here, what we're actually after is this chest here. Now, what we get from this chest is a medallion that we'll need later on in the dungeon. So also guys, one note is those dwarves there, if you're a horde player, they're actually unfriendly to you, and they actually drop an extra blue. So if you are a horde, that's fortunate for you, you actually get an extra shard. So anyway, what we'll do is once we come down here, we'll make our way to the next portion of the dungeon. As you can see, you can actually wall hop most of these little areas here, which is good because we use it to skip the mobs, just like that. Obviously be careful when you go around it like that, because you can fall off. So go around that real slow. So once we get to this guy here, he drops the second part of the thing that we need. He's also a caster, so just run around the pole for line of sight. So we'll just kill him real fast. So yeah, the reason why we have to kill this guy, because obviously we can skip him if we want to, but we need him to unlock one of the bosses. So he'll drop the second piece of the thing that we need, and what we do is once we've got that, we can combine it with the medallion that we've got to create the staff thing that we need. Okay, so now that they're dead, what we'll do is we'll just loot everybody up real quick. And there we go, so we get a green from him, and we also get the staff. So we'll just use them together, and that gives us the Staff of Prehistoria. So we'll need that to unlock the next boss. So what we do is we come down here. Now these 2 mobs that are stealth right here, you can't actually skip them. You might be able to skip them if you're like a rogue or a druid who has stealth, but unfortunately for us as a paladin, you can't actually do that. So we'll just get our mana up real quick. Okay, and there we go. So we'll just engage these guys real quickly. Okay, so now that they're dead, what we'll do is we'll run straight down here and we'll go to this little thing over here. So we'll just use the staff here on this keystone, and what that'll do is it'll unlock the door over there to our next boss. So we'll just run right through here, skipping the mobs. We'll get our mana up real quick. Now, as you notice, the boss is actually neutral to us. So I'm not actually sure if you can actually target her just like that before you actually use the staff or not. And if you can, the real question is, can you actually aggro her and get her to come through the wall? Well, we'll actually have to find that out another day. But so anyway, once the doors are open, we'll fight her. Now, there's nothing real special about this boss. She's real easy to kill. You can stun her just like I just did there as well. Also, if you notice as well, when I sat down to get my mana up a minute ago, I actually used one of my food buffs, which gives me 10 intellect, just to help us out a little bit along the way. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll kill her nice and easy. One thing that I must note as well, guys, is just like you've seen there, she does a knockback. So it's nothing real major. She doesn't knock you back real far, but if I'm honest, I'd prefer it to have her facing this way, just in case she does do it. You know, there's zero chance of you aggroing any of the mobs. So yeah, let's just finish her off real quick. So she's not really a hard boss. It just takes a while because obviously she's got a lot of health and we're not really doing a lot of damage as a holy paladin. But like I say, it's no worries. She's not too difficult at all. She'll go down eventually. Boom, and there we go. So there's our first blue, guys, that we need for this run. So we'll just loot that up and mana up, and there we go. Okay, so now that our mana's full, we'll just continue on with the run. So we'll go down here. Making sure that we're careful to avoid all of the mobs along the way. So these mobs here, you can't really skip them. So what I like to do is I like to round them all up and then run round the tent for a line of sight. They're not too difficult. They're all non-elite, so that's no problem. And they've got a low HP pool, so they go down pretty fast anyway, so that's no bother. So we'll just round them up like that, lay down consecration, and there we go. And when you do fight these guys, be sure to keep your eyes peeled for a patrolling elite mob that comes around here. You'll see him in a second in this video. But obviously I kill these before he even gets to us, so that's no problem. So there we go, guys, we'll loot them all up, and as you can see, there's the patrolling elite. So we'll just avoid him a second. Also, guys, if you're a miner, what you can do is you can mine this. It's the Endurium mineral vein. See, I'm not actually sure what that is. I don't know if you can sell it on the auction house or anything, or even how much it's worth. But if you're a miner, I suppose you could post in the comment section below to let us know. Also, as you've seen there was a mithril vein as well. So if you are a miner, like I say, make sure you get those because it adds up to the total gold value. So we'll just go around here. Again, hopping up onto the sides of the walls to avoid all the mobs. So we'll come up here onto this this mound of dirt or whatever it is. So we'll just go up here, round here. There's another mithril deposit as well, and there's our second boss, guys. So this guy isn't really that hard. I mean, the only thing that's major about him really is he does like this tornado thing. What he does, he lays it on the floor, and basically it just. All it does is it slows you down and it silences you. So it's nothing to be concerned about. Obviously, just if it happens, just make sure you walk backwards, just like so. There you go. It's called harsh winds as well. So just walk backwards and you get out of it, and you can cast your spells again. So like I say, guys, this boss isn't really that hard at all. It just takes a while to kill because obviously, you know, we're a holy paladin, so we don't do a great deal of damage. So yeah, there's also another Endurium vein there as well, guys. So we'll just keep jumping around this area here just to kill him. As you can see me there trying to jump up onto the platform there, but I couldn't do it from where I was, just to get out of the way of the winds that he drops. So we'll just finish him nice and easy. There we go. And there's our last blue. So we'll just loot that up. And then head back out the way we come. So give ourselves a quick heal. Wait for the patrol to move out the way. Okay, so there we go. What we'll do is we'll run straight through them, hop up onto the wall and head back out. So yeah, now it's pretty much just a straight run back to where we come from. I mean, it might look a little bit confusing coming back because obviously it's facing a different way, so you might get lost. But you know, just follow where I go on the video and you'll be fine. Of course, when you do come back, make sure that you avoid all of the mobs, not to waste your time. Just like I am here, avoiding this bat, waiting for it to move out the way. I suppose if you get into anything like this, you can always disenchant your items there and then, just to save a bit of time. Like I was considering doing there, but you know, the bat moves out of the way, so it's no worries. So we'll just head on back through this hallway here into the map room. And as you can see, we're right back near the start. And again, make sure you jump up the wall to avoid all the mobs. Be careful when you go around the corners. Make sure you don't fall off. And from here on out, it's literally just a couple of seconds away from the entrance. So even if you do aggro like I do here, just there, it doesn't really matter because the entrance is just there. So it's no worries. And there we go, guys, nice and easy. Okay guys, so now that's finished, let's just pause the timer a second and open up our bags. So as you can see, we're on 427 gold and 97 silver. So about 50 silver or so that's increased. So about 50 silver or so per run. We've also gained a little bit more trash items for the vendor and a little bit of cloth too. We also picked up that random green so we can disenchant that too. And we have 1 green from the mini boss and 2 blues from the other bosses that we've killed. So let's enchant them, shall we? Okay, so there we go. 2 small radiant shards and 3 vision dust. So now let's just head on over to the vendor real quick so we can add it all up and come to our conclusion. So of course straight away you can see that we have a 92 silver repair bill, so let's take that away now. Before I begin, let me just rearrange the bags real quick so I know what to sell and what not to sell. Now let's sell it all, shall we? Adding this all up, we can safely say that it's around 50 silver per run. We also got 5 gold from selling all of the trash items that we got after 4 runs. And you can expect a few shards per run, which are worth between 2 and 3 gold depending upon the server that you're on. So for the 5 shards that we do have, that's a grand total of 14 gold. We won't count the large radiant shards here because like I say, we're only going after the lower level boss, giving us the smaller ones, which are more valuable. We've also got 2 lesser nether essences, giving us about 1 gold 50. The vision dust is worth about 50 silver, and the cloth is also worth about 1 gold or so in total. And adding that all up, we've got 2 gold from the raw loot that we picked up, 5 gold from the trash, so that's 7 gold in total. Then we add our 14 gold from the shards, that's a total of 21 gold, plus the other enchanting mats we mentioned, that's 23 gold, and the cloth brings it to a grand total of 24 gold. Yeah, we've got a pattern too, which is worth about 8 gold, but we won't include that either since it wasn't from the specific run route that I'm showing you. So there you have it, guys. You can expect around 24 gold on average doing this per hour. So is it viable? Not really, no. I mean, yeah, it's an easy 24 gold, but as a level 60, there are much more better alternatives out there. Heck, even Stockades is better than this. The only time I'd say to do this is if you fancy your luck with the BOE blues that drop. You see, the Pendulum of Doom, I believe it's called, which is worth around 2k gold at the moment as far as I'm aware, has a chance of dropping, but it's extremely low. But anyway guys, that's the end of the video for today. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you've gained some good insights on if it's worth it or not for a gold farm. So until the next time guys,
it's been fun.
And as always, if you've not already, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as this helps me out massively. But when you do, don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when I release new videos. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, then show some support by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends. Well, until the next time, see ya.